Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Shark back in the video today. And the Golden State Warriors beat the Sacramento Kings in Game 7, 120-100, and eliminate the Sacramento Kings after a long, hard-fought series. And even though the Kings didn't play that great in this final game here, got to give the Kings some credit. Broke a 16-year playoffs route and had an amazing season. They were, in my opinion, I think they were the underdogs of this whole season. I mean, I think it's pretty definitely reasonable that maybe about 60% of NBA fans probably didn't even have the Kings in the play-in this season. The Kings were an iffy team where you didn't know how they do this year. And me personally, I think I had them as an 11 or 10 seed. And for them to turn that around and end up being the 3 seed in the NBA, and we're one of the best teams in the league this year and just had a great, phenomenal season. But I think what they lacked the most in this series was experience. And yes, they had some guys like Harrison Barnes, who's had some some decent experience. Sabonis has played in his playoff series here and there. Herter, he's played a couple playoff series with the Hawks. I think he's played in the Eastern Conference Finals. Yeah, Herter. Darren Fox never been in the playoffs. Keegan Murray's a rookie. And I think Keegan Murray actually did really well in this series for a rookie. And then Malik Monk, one of their best players off the bench, he's never been in the playoffs. All these guys they're not experienced playing against championship guys like Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, two of the best shooters in the world. Wiggins, a lockdown defender and an amazing player and a champion as well. Kevin Looney, just an amazing talent. 21 first player in NBA, I think NBA history, to have 3 games in an NBA playoff series with three games with 20 plus rebounds. Just unbelievable performance tonight with 20 rebounds for Looney. Draymond Green, just the championship experience he has. Jordan Poole, championship experience last year. This is just a great team, and yes, they have their flaws like not being great on the road, but literally that's the only thing that's stopping Golden State. If they're healthy, and if Golden State's healthy and they're playing good on the road, they're a great team. They have a chance to maybe possibly win the championship if they're healthy and they play good on the road, which we didn't see them do that all season. They were okay on the road this year. Got 2 big playoff wins on the road when they needed them. Started the series off horrible on the road, but finished out the series really well on the road, winning tonight 120-100 and winning the other night in Game 5. But they can't play on, and it looked like to start the series that they were going to, continue their trend of losing on the road like they usually do. But they did pretty well in Game 7 and Game 5 on the road. But I don't know. I think they have a tough series ahead of them of the Lakers. They definitely, they have their mismatches, but the Lakers also have their mismatches against them. To me, who's going to guard LeBron? I mean, Wiggins, he's definitely, I don't know. We saw Wiggins lock up Tatum. That was, Wiggins was phenomenal on Tatum in the finals, but I don't know. I don't know how that's going to go. And then who's going to get rebounds over AD? That's a big thing. I think the Lakers have a big mismatch with LeBron and AD. And so if Wiggins... So, okay, maybe Draymond's guarding LeBron. Okay, let's say Draymond's guarding LeBron. Then Looney's guarding... Possibly Looney's guarding AD. Like, AD has a big size difference on Looney. Not huge, but just a little bit. I don't know. I think LeBron would win against Draymond. I think if LeBron's going to have Draymond all day. I don't know about AD against Looney. Looney's a really good defender. And then, I don't know. But I think where the Warriors come in hand is, who's going to guard Steph and Klay. I think that's a big thing. But, yeah, I think it's going to be an interesting series. I think it's, to potentially see Klay, to potentially see Steph versus LeBron in the playoffs for one last time. And it could definitely happen again. I mean, LeBron's going to be back in it next year. It's not like neither of these guys are going away, but there's a chance this could be the last playoff series you see against LeBron James and Steph Curry. And all the all the back and forth back finals. I mean, how many finals have they played? I mean, what, four championships against each other in a row? So just that rivalry between Steph and LeBron, and who's the better player. I mean, obviously LeBron's a better player than Curry, but Curry might have his arguments. But I just think that's going to be a really good series. I think that's going to be one of the best series of the second round, and I think it's really one of the most underrated series in this whole second round. Now let's get into the game though. Warriors win 120-100. Curry with an amazing performance, 50 points. He broke history today. He had the most Game 7 points in playoff history with 50 points. He broke his former teammate's record, Kevin Durant, with 48. The 38 minutes tonight, 20 for 38 from shooting. That took a lot of shots. 38 shots is a lot for one player. 7 for 18 from 3, 3 for 5 at the free throw line, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, 50 points. And then the next leading scorer after that's Wiggins with 17, Clay with 16, 11 for Looney with 21 rebounds, 8 for Draymond, and 16 for Clay, but he didn't do that great from 3 tonight. Shot 4 for 19, 2 for 10, but didn't shoot 6 for 8 at the free throw line with 5 rebounds. Players off the bench, Kuminga played 3 minutes, 0 points. DiVincenzo played 8 minutes, 3 points. Poole played 19 minutes, 8 points. Moody played 15 minutes, 5 points. And Gary Payton played 16 minutes with 2 points. Kings scoring, De'Aaron Fox had 16 points, 22 for Sabonis, 8 rebounds, 7 assists, 4 points for Harrison Barnes, 10 for Keegan Murray, the rookie. He had an outstanding year as a rookie. 14 for Malik Monk, 14 for Terrence Davis, 6 for Trey Lyles, 1 for Metu, 1 for Davion Mitchell, and 5 for PJ Dozier. So, and then 0 for Alex Len, 0 for Kessler Edwards in this game. That's all the players that touched the floor for the Kings today. If I didn't say Trey Lyles already, he had 6 points. So, tough loss for the Kings to go out, but they had a great season and were definitely, one of the biggest surprises in the NBA. I mean, I think I said underdogs earlier. I think that was maybe the wrong word for it. The biggest surprise of the NBA. If we were talking about, how, being what expected to do, I guess they were underdogs then because they were going from maybe expected to being from a 12 to 9 seed to a 3 seed. But they were definitely the biggest surprise in the NBA this year, I think, in my opinion. The addition of, Mike Brown as the head coach, Warriors former assistant, was amazing. He was definitely the coach of the year. I thought, they definitely did. I mean, Kevin Huerter added him in the offseason. He was phenomenal. First full season for Sabonis on the Kings. Added in Keegan Murray as the rookie. He was amazing. Malik Monk. So they made some good additions this offseason, which is probably, I don't know why someone didn't. I mean, I bet maybe a couple people did say, the Kings are going to be really good. But with the additions of Huerter and Malik Monk and a full season of Sabonis and Keegan Murray and Mike Brown, I mean, I'm not surprised at looking at this team now and where they are now and looking on, I wish I would have seen it back then if we really thought about it more about this team more, but they weren't great in seasons before. And last year they didn't have Sabonis for the full year. They weren't doing good when they got Sabonis last year in that Halliburton trade. So I think they're gonna be a really nice team to watch next year. And congrats to them on the year breaking the 16-year playoff drought. But they do lose this series, and the Warriors will move on to play the Lakers. Congrats to the Warriors. A great series by the Warriors. Edged out 2 road games when they were the worst road team in the NBA this year after winning an NBA championship. So, great series by the Warriors. Great year by the Kings. But the Warriors move on 120-100. That's it for the video. If you guys enjoy them, your thoughts, and peace out.